Expresso, and sometimes you get those very special moments when the sheer presence of someone just sends goosebumps all over your body. Now, our next guest is one such person, an icon of the arts, a revered director, actor, playwright, and certainly deserving of the title of one of the top 100 South Africans to ever live. And it's great to have him here with us, Ntate John Kani. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Boo-Boo.
He knows I call you Katlego, Boo-Boo.
Good morning, Katlego.
How do I even continue this? How do I do that? But it's such a pleasure and honor to have you here with us, especially with the exciting news that from the 27th of February until the 29th of March, your latest creation, Missing, will be on the planks at the Baxter Theatre. How excited are you about that?
I'm very excited, actually. It's strange because someone in Johannesburg asked me, why is it opening at the Baxter? I said, my career was launched in Cape Town in 1972 at a place called The Space, run by Yvonne Bryceland and Brian Osbury. We went there to do Caesar Once Is Dead for one night only.
Wow.
It catapulted to a 4-week season every night. We landed up in London, and so shall I say, the rest is history.
The rest was history. I come back to this and I'm thinking, after so many years, after 4 doctorates, you know, you still want to be there. You still want to be a playwright. You still want to be on stage. And it's so inspiring for us as youngsters who are in this industry, you know, grinding and wondering what we're going to do with our own lives and our own career. But getting back to the play, you know, Missing, the plot, the characters, tell us what it's about.
One of the things that was very fascinating to me is whenever I'm abroad, I would meet South African exiles. We would sit around, you know, we talk about, you know, what's happening at home. You know, one day we will go home, you know, these things in the 70s and the 80s. And this word home was sometimes nostalgic. It wasn't real. We never knew when that would be. And especially to the elders who were over 60, 70, who thought, look, not in my lifetime. Then I had this wonderful idea, you know, to create a happy family. You know those people that says, I'm happily married?
Yes.
And you could see the wife go. And I created this wonderful family. The wonderful Anna, the wife, Robert Vuyo Kalipa, the husband. They have a daughter, Ayanda, who is a doctor, to be betrothed or engaged to a man called Carl, a businessman. Everything's fine. What messes this family is the release of Nelson Mandela on the 11th of February 1990. Instead of celebrating it and be happy that South Africa at last is going to be a road to democracy, this thing of going home becomes the cancer that destroys this family, that destroys the love between this man and this woman. This thing of going home suddenly talks about, I'm Swedish, you are South African, what am I? This thing about going home to my daughter, who's always known herself as an African, suddenly is aware of the fact that, am I colored because my parents are interracial or intercultural or mixed? What do you mean by that? Because I also come from a mixed sort of a family. Because my mom's a woman and my dad's a man. So those are the challenges I give these 4 characters. This 4th character is Peter, who is an ambitious political twit who wants to be president yesterday and who will do anything to become a minister or a president. It is his shenanigans. Because what then happened, 1990, South African exiles began to be called home to participate in the negotiations. Not all of them. How do you explain to your family why you're not on that list? More, how do you explain it to yourself why you are not on that list that is gone back to South Africa to negotiate, to be part of the midwives that will usher the birth of a new democracy?
My goodness.
Why are you not there? And this is the problem with Robert, the character I play. And Susan Danforth plays this wonderful, wonderful wife of mine who's Swedish, who has just inherited her father's business. So she's a multi-billionaire. So I'm making it impossible for her to come to New Brighton. And then my daughter, she too can't just pack and go. She's about to get married. All these things are messed up by Mandela's release. So finally, they have to confront, go home. One of the fears that Robert has is, does anyone know who I am? Will they remember me? Is there anyone there who still I'm related to? I last wrote home about 30 years ago.
Wow.
I don't know anybody there. And when he arrives in New Brighton, he's standing in front of this house. It's a three-roomed house he's looking for, where he was born. Here is an extended double story with red roof tiles, double door garages, aluminium windows. It was bought by other people. So his family says, what's happening? Robert says, it's the right address. It's just the wrong house. Everything's, it's not my home. Because that's the image he had in his mind of home. So now the challenge is he also wants to find out from the president, why wasn't I called?
Why wasn't he there?
Then the political drama, intrigue, conspiracy unfolds when he meets the president who tells him why you were not called.
It's such a multi-layered story, and already as you were asking those questions, I was like, why haven't you booked your tickets already to go and see this? Absolutely
But even the way Mr. Kani's telling it, it's like a story. We just sat through the play.
That was one question.
Like, I know.
Unbelievable. I told you, goosebumps all over.
Can't we do this one question? Like, I want to know what else do you want people to... Because this story seems so real, and I'm sure that there were stories like this that happened to people. What do you want audiences to get from this, sitting in Cape Town or Gauteng?
Just to travel with me in my crazy imagination and examine their own lives and ask themselves, is there really what is called I'm happily married?
Wow. Life lessons right there, because every leopard has its spots, right? But make sure that you are at the Baxter Theatre from the 27th of February to the 29th of March, 8 o'clock in the evening, nightly. And Dr. John Kani, thank you so much.
It's been great being an Expresso at last. I'm famous now. I can call my brother and say, at last I made it in New York, I made it in Paris, I made it in Japan. I finally made it in Expresso.
Oh, my word. And I can say that Dr. John Kani called me boo-boo on national television. Stay tuned.